YouTube, it's Michelle. Today I'm going to do something a little different than I normally do. I'm going to do a 25 random facts video, and I got some stuff to show you while I'm doing that, so make it a little bit more interesting. My first random fact is I'm an artist. This is a work in progress that I'm working on. I call it the Merdrake. He's supposed to be a water dragon. It's still in the very rough process. I still gotta finish his wings up a little bit and his body, but still work in progress. It's getting there. This was done using acrylic. I don't know if you know the difference between oil and acrylic, but this was done using acrylic paint, and he's coming along nicely. I don't know. People who've seen it, even though it's not done, say it kind of reminds them of a cross between the dragon from Sleeping Beauty and Hellboy a little bit, I guess because of the big horn. But yeah, I'm an artist. I've been an artist, oh my gosh, for as long as I can remember. I've always loved doing art. So that's my first thing. My second thing is not with me, but I collect stickers. Oh, yeah, it is. I collect stickers and sticker albums. I've been doing this since I was like 10 years old. I especially love Lisa Frank stickers. Like, there's some Lisa Franks here. I got an Eeyore there. This isn't one of my full books. I love Winnie the Pooh too, so there's some Winnie the Pooh, Mickey, Disney princesses, all kinds of random stickers. I love putting them on like my letters and even my bills. I put stickers on everything. My next one is I love burning incense. This is one of many incense burners. This is for cone incense. Oh, see, there's one in there. And you do it like you would a stick. You light it, you blow it out, and then this guy, you just cover it, and it's a little dragon coming out of an egg. I love all incense, and I'll burn them when I'm home. It's like, just get the, put you in the mood or something like that. I don't know. I love incense. It's just one of those things I've always really loved. My fourth thing is something that annoys me. I hate it when, and it happens a lot where I live, where girls go out in like their pajama pants. Like, I know that was popular a few years ago, but like normally the ones I see, the pants are extremely dirty. Like, they're supposed to be white, but there's like stains all over them and stuff. I've only left my house once in pajama pants, and that was to go to the emergency room because I had 103 fever. That was it. I have never left the house in pajama pants. It's just one of those things that kind of annoy me because, like, my theory is, number one, you slept in those last night and you were too lazy to put on a pair of jeans. Number two, you probably haven't showered and or changed your underwear. Excuse me while I fix my hair. And it's just, it doesn't look polished to me. You know what I mean? It's just one of those things that, one of those looks that should just stay inside the house. It just, one of those things. I mean, yoga pants are different. Like, I love Victoria's Secret yoga pants. And that can look really polished with a nice top or, however you want to accessorize it. But PJ, especially with, like, weird prints on it, like weird, like, cartoons and stuff, leave them inside the house. It takes 2 seconds to put on jeans. That's one of those things that really annoy me. Number 5, I used to get bullied a lot in school, like when I was in grade school all the way up to high school. So, like, I guess it kind of gave me a tougher skin. Like, I used to be extremely sensitive and very insecure about myself, and I think the main reason was because of that. And that leads into number 6, which was I was put into a private school because of that. And believe it or not, they were just as bad there. My mother thought it being a private school that wouldn't be much of a problem, but no, in many ways it was kind of worse. So I was there for 3 years, and then I went back to public school. And at this point, I guess I could say, like, my self-confidence was better, but not where, better than it had been. And I wasn't as sensitive anymore. It's like I got to the point where I'm not going to let this happen anymore. I'm not being a victim anymore. I'm done with this. Here we go. Because in private school, because it was such a small, we went to a very small one, there was like 17-year-olds picking on like the 5-year-old, like the kindergartners. And that really irked me. And I stood up to one of them one day, and they were like, "Oh, you can't do that. They always do. They always pick on the little kids." I was like, "Well, just because they always do it doesn't mean it was right." So that's kind of where, I guess in a way, it gave me like that inner strength, I don't know, to like fight for what you believe in. And, I'm thankful for that. Number 7, I love, you're probably going to think I'm corny, I love 80s movies and music. My majority of my movie collection and music collection are from the 80s. Like here's one, I just pulled one out just to show you. This is Footloose. What's not to love about this movie? The music in it is wonderful. And then I pulled out my Def Leppard music. My favorite song on here has to be Pour Some Sugar on Me. Although Photograph is great. I mean, this is a compilation of like their best hits, so this is a really good one. I don't know. I was born in the 80s, so I love anything 80s related, and music and movies are one of my favorites. And some of them that were really hard to find, I'm starting to find a little easier now, which is really exciting for me. The next thing is number 8, and I collect dragons and mythology. So here is one of my dragons. This is from the Windstone editions made by Penna. And it's the mother dragon with her gold egg. I have a very large collection of Windstone editions. I just think they're some of the more beautiful ones. And they're made in California. They're hand-painted and everything in California. So, excuse me. To me, it's like, you're keeping the jobs here, too. So, I mean, they are expensive. Like, my collection's taken me years to get. But, I mean, I think they're worth their weight in gold. They're quite beautiful. A lot of mine are retired now. But, it's okay. And I heard they might be going under. I'm not sure if they did or didn't yet. And here's one of my mythology figures. This is a mermaid. Isn't she beautiful? I love her. And she has a collection. I found her on eBay. And there's different ones in her particular series, which I would love to get because she was very reasonably priced. And I love how she's got the seashells and the pearls because that's my birthstone. And I just think she's so pretty. I just love how they did her. I'm sorry. I got a real itch in my throat today. One of my favorite things. I love fairies and dragons and mermaids. I'm into anything mythology. Number 9 is I love owls. I don't know why. Here's one of my little owls. It's made out of agate. Isn't he cute? I got him at a fair. I think because in The Sword and the Stone, the Disney movie, Archimedes was Merlin's pet owl. And I've always had this thing for owls. I think they're absolutely so cute, especially little white ones with the little tiny faces. I love owls. I think they're very cute. Me and my brother both have that love for owls. We realized that like not long ago. I was like, you love owls too? It's so weird. The next thing is I'm a dog person. My dog is nowhere near me. See if I can get her to come on camera. Desi! Come here! No, she ain't coming. But anyway, I love dogs. I love cats too, but as far as owning a cat, I couldn't do that. I babysat a cat for a friend of mine once, and she jumped everywhere. The cat wasn't well behaved, and I'm not blaming cats in general for that. But I mean, I just love dogs. I've always had a thing. I've always been a dog person. My mother was always allergic to cats, so we only owned dogs, particularly poodles, because they don't shed, and she was allergic to the dander that normal dogs have. Mine's a Chihuahua. My mother is allergic to her, but my mother loves her to death. Like, she'll still like give her kisses and like hug her, even though her allergies will act up. She doesn't have asthma, thankfully. Otherwise, that would be very bad. But Desi is a mini Chihuahua, and she's so cute. And if she does come into the kitchen while I'm filming this, I will show you her. But right now, she's ignoring me. So we're moving right along. The next thing is I love to collect, and I also sell vintage toys. Now, this one is an old McDonald's toy from 1994. I don't know. I just love the old Cabbage Patches from McDonald's. Look at how cute. This one is actually one of my Christmas decorations. I set her up with a couple other ones. And I don't know. I've always had a thing for antique toys. I was always where we live, there's a lot of antique dealers and a lot of antique shops. And I always loved how like each item has its own story, where it came from and a time period it came from. So I got into that as well. More for a hobby now. I don't do it for a living. It's more of a hobby, and I really enjoy that. Next thing is, I used to work for an Elvis impersonator. I took out a picture. This was a fan picture. It was me, Elvis, and one of the other dancers, where we're taking a picture with these kids. And that's me there, Elvis, and the other girl. It was a lot of fun. I really miss doing that. But you know, things change and we move on. I had a lot of fun. I love Elvis too. I have a little collection of Elvis as well. But it was just a lot of fun, you know, to go out and you're listening to classic music and you're around people with similar interests. It was a lot of fun, and I really enjoyed that. Number 13, I used to model. My mother put me in modeling. I wasn't even a year old yet, and I stopped modeling when I was 22. I think was the last time I did it. Around there. I think I was 22 the last time I did it. I don't remember. It's been a couple years since I've modeled. But it was a lot of fun. I did enjoy it, but it's very competitive. It's very catty, and there's a lot of drama. I mean, if you've ever done it, you know what I'm talking about. I really enjoy it. I would love to continue doing it, but I'm working on a different career move, and I want to do something else besides modeling. But who knows? Maybe in the future I'll get back into it. My next one is actually kind of funny. I actually live in like high heels. I trip in flat shoes. I work in flat shoes, but I mean I normally wear heels. This is the pair that I typically, because it's cold out, this is the pair that I typically wear. They're made by Hotcakes, and it's got a hidden platform. They're super comfortable. I could run a marathon in these if if the zombie apocalypse was upon us. I will outrun you in those shoes. Just saying. I'd rather wear high heels, and I don't know, it's just, my mother's the same way. She'd rather be wearing high heels. It's very rare we'll find either one of us in a flat shoe unless we have to be. Number 15 is my favorite snack. My obsession, but I don't eat it very much because it's bad for you. I love Ruffles chips with sour cream onion dip. That's like my favorite ever since I was a kid. Me and my mother used to like munch away on it. That's like, I don't know, like one of my comfort foods, I guess. Like every time when the holidays come, she always has it, and I'm always very careful not to overdo it on it, but that is like one of my favorite things ever. Number 16 is I make candles and jewelry on top of painting. So I'm going to show you, I just grabbed out 2 candles that I've made. This is one in a little jar. It's got this little cool pattern in it. This one's not scented. Another candle that I got here, it looks like an old-fashioned, I don't know, like those old lights that they used to have when they went like on trains and stuff. This one you probably can't see, but there's actual pieces of potpourri in here, and this is rose scented. And I always put glitter on my candles because I think it's pretty. It's glitter that's safe for the candle, not some regular glitter. And then I brought out 2 pieces of jewelry I've made. This one is made with crystals, and these are called crackle quartz. It's been heated up, and they look like crackled ice. And this is a huge mother of pearl with the pearls still on it. And it's a longer necklace, but it looks really nice with a plain tunic. And the other piece is one of my more fun pieces. I like doing really fun and unusual jewelry, because if you're going to buy a piece of jewelry, you want something that nobody else has. So this is one of my pieces. I have a few like this. This one has a goldfish with a seashell on it, and it took me a year to do this because I couldn't figure out how to get how to make this goldfish look good. And I did it to make it look like bubbles and like it was kind of in a fish tank. So I got bubbles, I got pieces of shell and stones, crystals. It's all either glass or crystals. And then I got these fake pearls on here. But that's really just about it. With a toggle closure, because I like these better, but when I make them for friends or for people who are buying it, I will do a lobster claw because it's easier for people to use. I mean, in my experience anyway. So that's one of my other pieces. I have so much fun making jewelry. Like if I'm in the middle of making jewelry, 2 or 3 hours will pass and I don't even realize it. That's how much in the zone I get with it. It's not a bad thing. It's just that once I'm in that zone, I just keep going, and the creative process just takes me over. Number 17, I am obsessed with coconut iced coffee. This one is, well, I guess you know where it came from. It came from Dunkin' Donuts. I guess it's an acquired taste, because a lot of people are like, ew, coconut iced coffee. It's not that bad. I tried it once, like, oh, I love coconut, let's see how it is in coffee, and I loved it. I haven't changed ever since. And I just noticed when I went to go buy that, they now have coconut hot chocolate. That sounds interesting. I gotta try that. We'll see how that, if I try it, I'll let you know. Next is number 18. I am obsessed with the Muppets. I have been obsessed with the Muppets since I was a kid. My favorite thing that Jim Henson ever did was Fraggle Rock, and I heard that they might be doing a movie within the next year or so, which I really hope they do. I love Fraggle Rock. I've had this guy for a long time. He's not a vintage one. He came from Hot Topic. But I have a very extensive Fraggle Rock collection as well. If I could meet any celebrity, it would have been Jim Henson, God rest his soul. I love all the stuff he did. I love The Labyrinth. I remember seeing that for the first time, not even realizing that it was a Jim Henson's production. Like, a lot of the movies when I was a kid were Jim Henson. I didn't know it. They were just like, they all had that same, like, thing, like The Dark Crystal, The Labyrinth. I love The Muppet Show, the Muppet movies, all of them. Now the new one's out, and I still haven't seen it. Oh, I'm so mad at myself. I'm definitely going to see it. I love anything to do with the Muppets or any of the Jim Henson workshop kind of things that they've done. That's another reason, I guess, why I love 80s movies, because they did a lot of stuff in the 80s. Number 19, I love traveling. I don't get to do it now as much as I used to, because there's been stuff going on in my life right now that I really can't do that, but I love taking car rides and just going somewhere and not looking back, taking a couple bags, going to be gone for a while. I love it. It's just so much fun. Like, I want to go and see. There's a few states I haven't seen yet. I would love. I'm going to eventually. Hopefully within the next year or so. I want to go and see California. I want to go visit Texas, Florida. There's so many places. And then I would love to travel outside the U.S. I'd like to go see Canada, Italy, Germany. There's so many places I would love to go and visit. Eventually it'll happen. You can't do it all in 1 year, but eventually it will happen, and I cannot wait. The next thing is number 20. One of my favorite types of art is Egyptian art. I went to a museum, and they had a huge, I'm not kidding, Egyptian exhibit. And it was all like, the tools they use and all that kind of stuff. And I love Egyptian artwork. I love their paintings and the jewelry and even the artifacts that they had. Like, their pillows, like, were wooden. And I think the pharaohs had, like, marble ones. But if you do research, the pyramids, those stones are so perfectly together that you can't fit a piece of paper between those stones. What they did without the technology that we have today really just amazes me, what those guys were able to do. They were one of the first to create makeup. They used honey as, they believed it had magical powers. They found honey in the ancient tombs now that's been crystallized. They didn't realize it was a natural antibiotic. They just believed it had magical powers. They put it on wounds or open cuts, and it would heal, which it still does if you can get raw honey. So I'm amazed by what they could do back then, and I just think their artwork itself is quite beautiful. The next thing, 21, I'm always making lists. I always write down, like I'm doing right now for this, I always make lists, like whether it's to pay bills, to go shopping, grocery shopping, what I gotta do at work. I'm obsessed with making a list, and because of that, I have millions and millions of, I have millions of different notebooks. Half of them I've not finished, but at least I'm always organized, Number 22, I love kids, but I don't want any of my own, at least not right now. I'm still fairly young. That could change. Right now, I'm more focused on my career. I'm more focused on getting to different places with my life. You know what I mean? I work very hard. I do quite a few different things. And not that I wouldn't want children. I mean, I can't say that right now. Maybe in the future that would change. But right now, I got so much going on that I couldn't give a child the needs that it would need. So as of right now, no children. But in the future, hey, who knows? Maybe. It would be kind of nice. But right now, I'm more focused on my career and getting myself set up before I have a child, I want to be able to, have a nice home, have a good career, because I'm still working on the college thing and everything like that to get that career. To be able to support and give the child what it needs, you know what I mean? There's a lot of things a lot of responsibilities and a lot of costs when you have children. So right now, I know I couldn't do it, but in the future, we'll see. That would be kind of nice. I love the sea. That's number 23. I love the ocean. Nothing makes me happier than being on the sandy beach and like hearing the ocean coming up and hitting the shore, the smells, the life that lives there. I think, honestly, one of my favorite Christmas songs, I don't know who sings it, but there's one line that sticks out. It's a country Christmas song, and the line that sticks out is, all I want for Christmas is a real good tan. I don't remember the rest, but the one lyric that stands out is, I don't mind a Christmas that's sparkling white as long as it's sand and not a flake in sight. I believe that's the line. I mean, I love a snowy white Christmas too, but I mean, I would love to spend a Christmas in like a tropical climate. I think that would be amazing. I love seafood and stuff like that, and just to be there on the ocean. I mean, last time we went, we found a little crab going across the sand, and we found beautiful shells, and like having your feet just in the sand and walking through the water. I came back with such a bad sunburn that day, but I loved it. I did not care. 24 is I collect crystals. Now I got 2 of them here. I got so many. This video would be like over an hour long if I showed them all to you. This is a citrine. It's a geo that's been cut, and it's a beautiful, you probably can't see, I mean, this one's more brownish, but they're normally a yellowy color. I love anything sparkles. This one was a gift. This is a big slab of quartz, and it got pink in the middle. That I believe was dyed, and like it just looks like crackled ice. It's just really pretty. And then that's just the outside, just plain. But this is proof to you that don't judge a book by its cover, because you never know what's inside. And last, and probably the weirdest one, is I have super strong nails. My nails are very thick, and they don't have a fungus. They're healthy nails. I go through so many nail clippers when I'm trying to trim them. I break them. My nails will break them. If I'm cutting them, they go and they break, and you can't fix them. It's really annoying. It's good because I know some people are like, oh my god, I'm so just mine breaks so easy. Mine do not. This thing is not going anywhere. It's thick and it's bad. But I mean, I guess I'd rather have really strong nails than nails that break really super easy. Because like, I did clip that. It's growing now, but like if I let it grow, it would be like an inch above my nail. Not good, not good. That's kind of, freaky, like werewolfy almost. Okay, I believe that covers my 25 random facts about me. Hopefully got an education. Hopefully I didn't scare any of you. Thanks for watching, guys. See you later.